Hey there, I'm Ben. If you don't looking for trouble, you are welcome to Eric Creek. This is Eric Creek. I just said that. A small outpost of the Waste Trek Company. The caravans and travelers stop here to replenish their supplies and rest. You can go in. Well, over there is the Restless Inn, the only inn in the area. There you get something to drink and a hot meal. If you want, you can also rent a bed. Otherwise, there is also the store of the company and Hatfield, our tinker. But he doesn't appreciate visitors. There really is not much. This outpost is located just between Bowiestown and Twin Falls, providing a safe stopover for travelers. Once the rails to Twin Falls are completed, Eric Creek will become a ghost town. The inn is run by Fred and Maria. The two are real primal rocks. They are here since the beginning of Eric Creek. They are very kind people, and very popular among the travelers. That would probably be our boss, Montgomery Gator. He runs the business of the Waste Trek Company here in Eric Creek. He pays the wages of the guards here in town. If you want to talk to him, he's in the building opposite the inn. There, you will find the general store as well. It belongs to the company. They do good business with the travelers here. If you want to buy something, then talk to Toaster Jackson. Yes, he's supposed to be around here, but I haven't seen a guy like that. Tubi believes he have seen him. I don't think so, though. If he actually had seen him, he wouldn't be alive anymore. Probably was just a harmless traveler. Sometimes the imagination plays games with the boy. Just like everyone else, I was on my way to Twin Falls, looking for my fortune, and Gator offered me work. So, I stayed. What should I tell you? He takes care of technical things like our generator, computer terminals, and so on. If you ask me, the guy is a bit nuts. The guy is talking with his tools all the time, and behaves quite peculiar. As I already told you, he takes care of the generator and ensures that we have electricity. Right now, he is still working on a vehicle. He says he wants to get the thing running again, but the car doesn't even have an engine. Oh, and he also builds traps. He then sells them to the trappers. So long.
Hello. Guess what? Being on guard duty, you dumbass. Around here are many aggressive beasts, and Gator is always looking for some guards. No, just forget it. It would only make you unhappy. Just look at me. Do I look like fun? God damn it. It's not just a guard service, but since Gator knows I'm awake all the damn time, I have to do double shifts. Bloody cocksucker. I'm going nuts. Do you mind telling me about one of your dreams? Damn. Haven't listened to a nice dream for a while. It doesn't matter anyway. At some point, rad scorpions will come and get me for sure. Just like I told you. But imagine being awake for almost 100 years. I was not always a ghoul, you know. But a few years after my transformation, something real funny happened to me. Me and my pal Jim, may he rest in peace, were on tour. You know, scavenge old facilities from the pre-war days and so on. A guy we had met in some bar told us after a couple of drinks about a place where we could get some nice loot. An old lab of pre-war tech and science equipment. Jim and I didn't wait long to hike there. The guy had really not overstated. There was a crap load of nice things. But something was wrong with the lab. It was a kind of haunted place. Difficult to describe to someone who wasn't there. Jim shit his pants and ran away. Found him dead in the desert a few days later. I stayed and took as much as I could carry out. Maybe I stayed a bit too long. Most of the loot I could sell very well, but my enthusiasm about it didn't last long. Just a few days later, the true misery began. At night, I woke up often and could hardly fall asleep again. And that was just the beginning. From day to day, I slept less, but was nevertheless rested. The few hours I slept, I was haunted by terrible nightmares. It didn't take much longer, and only a minute's sleep a day was already enough to feel rested. Then at some point, I couldn't get to sleep at all anymore. I just never felt like being on drugs permanently. That was almost 100 years ago, and now ask me again why I look so grumpy. Oh, I can close my eyes, but I can't fall asleep. I would sacrifice everything just for a nice, wet dream. Sure, I know what caused it. This fucking laboratory. Something happened with me there. I've already consulted all possible doctors in the whole wild wasteland. No one can help me. I've already given up all hope to ever sleep again before my end. Well, what can one do? Since Gator smelt the rat, I have to do double shifts. That son of a bitch lays down in his bed peacefully every night. And what remains to me? Bloody, dismal daydreams. I have given up hope long ago. But do what you can't do.
Hey there, new in town? My name is Snake, and I'm a headhunter. But unfortunately, I'm stuck in this jerkwater town. Are you blind? Don't you see I have a wounded leg? I'm not getting away for the next few weeks. I was looking for a guy named Hanky Pete. Ever heard of him? For 300 caps, I could tell you where you probably find him. No, it's 300, take it or leave it. He has a hideout near Mickey's Motors. I think he's gonna hole up there. No worries, I'm no cheat. Whatever you say, so long then.
Can I get you something to drink, traveler? Well, the Whitelegs have destroyed New Canaan, but I guess you knew that already. Supposedly, Mr. Bowie from Bowietown posted a bounty on somebody, but I really don't know much about it. Supposedly, the burnt man is back and roams around in Zion Canyon. Yeah, everything you see here belongs to me and my wife Maria. Arid Creek is joined up with the Waste Trek Company. And although the company, and thus also Arid Creek, are part of the Salt Lake Trading Union, Montgomery Gator really calls all the shots around here. But I'm not gonna lie, we're only a small trading post and not very important. Well, this here is Arid Creek. It got its name because, well, you could probably guess the nearby riverbed is always dry. We're a sleepy trading post of the West Trek Company and as such part of the Salt Lake Trading Union. But they don't really play a major role around here. It's mostly just used as an intermission for traders and travelers moving between Twin Falls and Bowietown. This place may well just become deserted once the Eastern Railway between Twin Falls and Wendover is completed. You're looking for the biter. I heard of that guy, but if he's been seen around here, it'd be news to me. You might want to ask Ben. He's pretty well informed and might be able to help you further. Bye.
I'll stay here in town for some time. Maybe I'll move south to Bowietown or Wendover.
Welcome to the Restless Inn. Want to eat something? I would recommend my Wasteland chili. It's wonderfully spicy and keeps you warm on cold nights. I just made a fresh batch. Well, why not? So you'll need to start with a jug of Jimmy's Best, then add 2 fresh ears of corn, 3 pods of pinto beans, and then you add a jalapeno. I let it all simmer in a pan after that. And I serve the chili with a piece of my fresh cornbread. Here. You won't be able to find better homemade meals. Good journey.
What's up? I'm Hatfield the Tinkerer. I don't have time for you right now. Sure. That won't help you. Thing's totally fucked. It won't go anywhere. Ben says a lot from dusk till dawn. I only salvage the parts that I can still use. Fuel controller, injection nozzle, and such things. Sorry, it's not for sale. I have a 50 bulk set. You can have it for 300. Here, you can have the cells. Now let me get back to work. Bye.
What do you want? Never heard of minding your own business? Leave me alone.
Hello, I'm Tubby. I'm responsible for the pig rats. feed pig rats and plant vegetables. All right, but don't tell Mom. Yes, that is true. I saw him over at the old house. He grinned at me. Had a black vest and a hat. More I haven't seen. I ran away. Who else should grin at me so badly? He wanted to eat my heart. This is a good place with good people. It's home. Sometimes Tubby is afraid that the evil people will come and destroy it. Fred and Maria lead the Restless Inn. They're always good to Tubby. They are rightful people. Tubby wants to help them better, but Tubby is stupid and doesn't always understand. But Mom and Dad are never angry with him. Wait, please don't go. You look very tough. Maybe you could help Tubby with something little? Honey, me and my mom, we love hornet honey. There is a nest north of Arid Creek where I used to get it, but last time they bite and spit at me. I was sick for many days. I'm scared now. I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to die. Not yet. Please, help me get some honey. You look so tough and mean. Nothing can stop you. But don't kill the nest, Mom. Without her, the nest dies, and we don't get any honey anymore. Oh, yes. Licking sweet honey. Thank you, friend.
Good day. Do you want to buy something? Look at my face. Some asshole found the name funny. Now I can't get rid of it. So, what do you want? I'm not the chatter type. Better if you talk to Mr. Gator. He runs the company here in Arid Creek. Most comes from Bowietown, New Vegas, or NCR. Choose what you want. Take care.
Move along, please.
What's up? Well, give it to me. I've been waiting for that. Here, this holoband you bring back to him. I'm sure you did a good deal with Elliot. And now leave me alone. This is a trading post and a resting place. What do you think? Here, the caravans of the company and other folks make a stop to fill their supplies. From here, you can either continue to Bowietown in the south or Twin Falls in the north. There used to be a southeast route to New Canaan, but since that town fell, this route leads to nowhere. The path between Bowietown and Twin Falls is very busy because of the fresh water in Twin Falls. There are many trade connections between the towns. That is why our store is very efficient here. Well, and west of here, there are only mountains and wilderness. No one would want to go there. I run the company's business here in Arid Creek. I am, so to speak, the boss. Is there anything else? I haven't chosen this. Mr. Danton assigned me this task after my predecessor died by a scorpion bite. I used to work as an accountant for a casino in Wendover. Mr. Danton said this task here would fit perfectly into my profile. Why? He didn't say. Meanwhile, I think it was a joke, and he was just looking for some idiot with some administrative skills. And why does that concern you? Keep out of my business. And now excuse me, there is a lot of work undone. Bye.
Good day. Do you want to buy something? Take.
Good day. I'm one of the guards. What do you think? I've heard of the guy, of course. He's rumored to be here around the area, but I don't really believe it. We have far too many guards here. He wouldn't even get close to this place without getting a bullet between his eyes. If you want to hear gossip, go to Fred in the inn. I have no time for this. Sure. See you.
Hello, traveler. Oh, I'm just passing through. I'm on the way to Wendover. The biter? Yeah, I've heard a few stories. Why are you looking for him? Oh, so you're a bounty hunter. What makes you think he's in the area? Now that you mention it, when I arrived here yesterday, I saw someone who fit the description on the other side of the old riverbed. He looked as though he didn't want to be seen and then disappeared into the brush. I thought it might be a trapper or something, but I suppose it could have been the guy you're looking for. The description fits, and I've never seen him here in town. Well, I don't know. Are you certain you want to find him? I'd also be placing a big risk on myself, and I'd want a cut of the bounty. Well then, follow me, but be on your guard. So, here your road finally ends. You should have listened to me and cared about your own business. I don't like people stooping around. Did you really want to find the biter? Everyone who found him found their death. Don't you get it? I'm the face of death. Nobody can change who they are, and I'm simply the mirror of the world. It's cruel grimace. My deeds may seem cruel, but ultimately, I only show these lost souls the horror needed to redeem them in the end. For only those who have seen true horror appreciate salvation through death. You know, I'd usually just bite your throat and drink your blood, but you look tougher than the last few. Why take the risk when I can just kill you now? Besides, I can still eat the flesh and drink the blood of your warm corpse.
Hello there. All right. Wait a moment. I'll open the door. Welcome to our little home. First of all, you got the books with you? Great job. Here is your reward. Sure, I'll answer you any questions you might have. These books describe an idea or society concept that prevailed in pre-war times in countries like Russia and China, but were abused. The social form of communism or socialism had been in direct competition with capitalism for many years, and ultimately, the pre-war world fell apart on this conflict. No, certainly not alone, but it has contributed to it. The idea is that capitalism will always lead to a two-class society. those who own production facilities, and those who work there and increase the wealth of the owners through their work. In socialism, the production facilities belong to the community. This means the surplus through production is shared and managed by the community and not a single entity or network. I am a Chinese agent, and my job was to spread socialism in the heart of capitalism, and my task is more important than ever before. Of course, but the old forces are still there, and now is the right time to steer the course of the society in the right direction, because the cancer of capitalism is already visible everywhere again. These books contain the explanations and reasons for this idea. Without this basis, we can't establish the concept. Mr. Bowie is an advocate of the old order and a true capitalist. No one in this area has more production facilities than him. He knows that we have successfully managed to establish a socialist structure in Twin Falls, and he fears that this could also spread to Bowietown. That is true. They belong to the Twin Falls Town Hall. We have given them as a gift to the founding fathers of the town. The residents of Twin Falls have no property. Everything belongs to the group. The production surpluses are put into the infrastructure of the city or evenly distributed to the citizens. Every citizen has to work according to his possibilities. Whoever does not work, the citizenship is withdrawn. Everyone receives the same shares on a monthly basis and must pay his livelihood from it. Land, buildings, or other things that contribute to production belong to the community and can't be acquired. If you bring such things from outside, you must leave them to the community. Sure, but it won't happen, for we will replace him with your help. No, not directly. Over the years, we have acquired some knowledge in robotics. We will exchange his brain for that of a robot that we can control according to our intentions. Sure, and for that we need you and your vehicle. You have to kidnap him and bring him to us. We will only replace part of it. He will presumably behave as before, but we can influence his actions. If you help us, it would be worth your while. Twin Falls has provided us with resources for this. However, we still need a working robot brain. Exactly. In the east, on the other side of the lake, there is a vault. It was part of the government's vault experiments and had no living inhabitants but robots. The government wanted to examine how an autonomous robot society would evolve. This place has exactly what we need, but certainly holds dangers. When you're in, I'll mark the place on your map. The entire job offers you 3,000 caps and the feeling of having done something for the future of mankind. Fantastic. Here are the coordinates of the vaults. The best would be to return with the robot brain and Mr. Bowie. Better you ask my Thai about it. This is her toy. He is an agent of Twin Falls who works with us. He operates undercover to support the interests of Twin Falls. For several years, we were active in larger cities during pre-war times, but here, in this remote area, we can now operate safe and freely. See you.
Hello? This is a printing press. I built and designed it myself. There's so many destroyed and burnt books out there. So much lost knowledge. With the press, I can restore and reprint them. Of course, I need a reasonable template and work materials. If you bring destroyed and burnt books to me and compensate me for working time and materials, I'll try to restore the books for you. I would take 150 to 250 caps per book. If we restore rare and valuable books, you'll make a good profit if you'll resell them. But if I can't restore the books, I can only refund you half of your investment. Naturally, we got to know and love each other during the war, and since then, we've been pursuing common goals. However, I have become more relaxed over the years. I don't believe anymore that we will change or improve the world much. Too many have tried, and yet it still got worse. I prefer to read and restore old books than to go on with the war. This is not to say that I no longer believe in the matter. My spirit may have just become somewhat old and tired. I have read and restored hundreds of books. Thousands are still waiting for me. How could I ever get bored? See you.
black sweet honey. You got some? What happy news! Today there are honey cakes and honey breads. Thank 1,000-fold, friend. I'll only take some of it. Keep the rest for your own enjoyment. All right, have to feed the pig rats.
Welcome to the Restless Inn. Want to eat something? Oh, Tooby is a good lad. When he was a kid, he was stung by one of those scorpions. Ever since he's had that speech disorder. My poor boy. Good journey.
Can I get you something to drink, traveler? So you've done in the biter. Good job. We can all rest a lot more easy now. Here, on the house. Bye. Hey, sit down. Stay a while, my friend. You wouldn't happen to have a sip of good old vodka for a lonesome wolf, would ya? Well, at some point, a man's gotta stop arguing with himself. Feeling twice the damn fool he knows himself to be. Because he can't be something he tries to be every damn day without once getting to dinner time and not messing it up. I don't want to fight it no more. Understand me? And I don't want you pissing in my ear about it. Can you just let me die in peace? Go to hell the way I want to. Thanks for leaving an old trapper in peace. Please, leave me alone.
never saw the sun beyond the sorrow. And if the sun cries raindrops and the water starts to burn, you're quiet and dead forever while I spin another turn. Unborn babies were burning, now rotten to the bones. You stole their lives and left their bodies to the shores. The blood flows in the rivers. I can still feel the pain. What did I ever do to you to make you go insane? Time slips through your fingers as it has always been. No bones to remember and no more song to sing. In darkness and in sadness you left me here behind. I didn't mean to hurt you. No mother kills her child.
No. No. Don't hurt me. I will obey in all your wishes. Who are you? I can't feel his presence. Don't play games with me, demon. Notes? Notes from what? Flying leaves in the wind that tell stories. Cruel stories. It's too late. He got my soul. He consumed my soul. Here, you only see my body. An empty shell. Dead and cursed. Who are you? No. No, you can't save me. Disappear from here before the demon returns. Save your soul.
I must be dreaming. When I heard the croak of the door, I thought he would have returned. But you're not him, so who are you? Biter? Is that his name? I hope you speak the truth, and he's really dead. Then our suffering would finally be over. This guy, this Biter, he brought us here. My parents and I were on our way to Twin Falls. My daddy wanted to start a new life there when the Biter attacked us on the journey. Like a wild beast, he jumped at my father and bit his teeth into my dad's throat. I can still see my father screaming and spraying the blood like a fountain. I was frozen. I couldn't move, and my poor mother felt the same way. We didn't do anything to save my daddy. Nothing. No, I'm almost grown up. That is not an excuse. It's my fault. The monster found us and took us here. Anna has already been here and out of her mind. I have no idea how long she was captured and tortured here. Then terrible things happened. Cruel things. I don't want to talk about it. The Biter didn't harm me. He called me his princess and said he wanted to keep me for this special moment.
but I had to watch. I had to watch everything he did to my poor mom. Her screams, her crying, and the pain in her eyes. At some point, he disappeared and didn't come back. He just left us here. My mother just laid there, rigid and mute, and at some point she just died. Without a whisper or word. I don't know what fate led you to this place, but you awakened the hope in me that was long since buried. But before we can leave this place, we need warmer clothes. We'll be frozen to death in these rags long before we can leave those mountains. I don't know. When we came here, it seems the ghouls are afraid for him. They backed away from him as if the horror itself came over them. The biters seem to have a strange, dark power over them, as if he were the master of these poor souls. In retrospect, I think that these ghouls were perhaps tormented victims of this monster. I'm not sure. Maybe a few weeks? In here you lose the sense of time. The hours pass in the everlasting twilight to eternity. You're right, but I'll have to talk with Anna first. She's confused and it's not easy to get through to her. Come on, Anna. Use this radiation suit. We have to get out of here.
My dear girl, I can't go. Just leave me here.
I won't allow that. You have to come with us.
Good. I'm listening to you. You're a good girl. I listen to you. Away from here. We have to get away from here.
That's right, Anna. Farewell, Mother. Forgive me for leaving you like this.
Have you seen that? His shadow is behind us. No. No! His ghost has returned from the underworld to haunt us.
Nobody is here. Only us. Pull yourself together. Anna, we almost made it.
He's here. I know it. We're all lost.
Just keep going. Everything will be fine.
Reaching out for me.
It's only the wind howling through the trees. Nothing else. Now, keep going.
Is broken. get me.
Who is coming to get you?
The dark man. The demon. He's close.
So now she is dead too. But probably her spirit had long since died. I hope she has found salvation now. Maybe I can come back here someday to bury her and my mother. But now we must get out of here. Then don't let us waste time. We have to leave this blizzard before we end up like the others. Is that your car? That's really cool.
So, what is hurting us today? And she still lives? This is surprising. How can I help? Sure, she can stay here for a few days. What about her parents? She can help me out in the clinic with the patients, but in the long term, she can't stay here. Do you think such a life is the right thing for a young girl? She should be able to spend her youth in a sheltered environment before she gets to know the cruel world. Maybe you're right. Come back in a week. Hopefully she'll be fine by then, and she can go with you. Fascinating. If he didn't just fool you. Let me think. I might have something to help him. These are pretty strong sleeping pills. Normally, I would not provide them so easily without prior investigation. But ghouls are actually very sturdy. For 150 caps, I could sell them to you. Fine. Here are the pills. Tell him to only take 1 pill per day. This has a very strong effect and should work quickly. Be careful out there.
So you want to take me with you? How exciting! I can't wait to live a life as an adventurer like you. Just give me a couple of days more to recover, and I'll follow you to the end of the world and back. Take care.
What's up? Alright, one less mucker in the world. And here are your 300 bottle caps. You made short work of the biter, so I doubt you'll have much trouble with this next fella. Guy calls himself Marty the Fly. No idea why. Maybe he has a soft spot for blowflies. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter at all. The guy blindsides people and he's good at what he does. But don't let him fool you, because only lies come out of his mouth, and always with the intention of cheating you. In any case, he made a huge mistake with his last heist. Now, he cheated a large sum out of the folks over at Twin Falls and killed 3 guards while he was at it. Well, the council at Twin Falls is understandably upset, and they want to see old Marty dead. And since Twin Falls also belongs to the Union, Marty's probably fled south, so that request has been forwarded to us. Now, I don't know what happened or how much he stole exactly, but it's quite a delicate matter, and Marty has disappeared ever since. Nah, this is about headhunting, not debt collecting. After all, Marty put 3 people in the ground. The theft is really only a side issue. The main concern here is the council's injured pride and the fact that Bowietown should present itself as a partner at Twin Falls. If you manage to get Marty, this would be a good thing for the relations of Bowietown and Twin Falls. The stolen caps don't seem to bother them. They want to make an example. Maybe you're lucky and Marty has some of the caps in his filthy pocket. But I wouldn't count on it, as Marty tends to gamble and lose all his earnings quickly. So you doing the job? Nah, since the events of Twin Falls, he disappeared without a trace. However, you can ask Mickey. I hear he knows Marty pretty well from the old times. He might be able to help you. All in all, the head of Marty is worth 700 caps and everything he's carrying on him. Don't don't cause any trouble.
Good day. What can I do for you? Good job. Here is your reward. Sure, there would be another courier job for you. Don't complain. You asked for work. Besides, you said you used to work as a courier, so what's the matter? Good. Now, listen carefully. Go down south to the bar in Mickey's Motors. A ghoul named Cripple Elroy will be waiting for you there. The keyword is, there is no keyword. Tell it to him, and he will hand you a suitcase. You have to bring me this suitcase as fast as possible. Inside there's important documents. Please leave the case closed and show it to nobody. 500 caps and good reputation with the company, of course. No, that's not an option. Don't forget, the suitcase has to be brought to me very urgently.
From Mickey. Well, you can go in, but don't take up with Grace.
What do you want? That's right. I know the little sucker. Who did he defraud this time? Well, let me think. As far as I know, he's an addicted gambler, so he's always looking for new places to gamble. But I don't think he'd go to Vegas. That's burned ground for him. He'd probably hide in Wendover, but it's unlikely since it's serious business if the council is behind you. So Wendover wouldn't be a very safe harbor for him. I think that he's joined one of the local gangs because, honestly, where else could he go? Most likely told them he was an insider with valuable information about the Union. Most of the time, it takes a while until people realize that his stories are just hot air. No harm done. If you put him down, the world would be a better place. Bye.
What do you want? This. Hey, what's up, buddy? I bet you would like to hear a story about how I got into this epic fight. But to tell you the truth, I fell down while Brahmin bull riding in Wendover and broke my leg. It hasn't coalesced well after that. It also got cankers and half the lower leg decayed. The doc had to cut away a lot of meat to save my life. Well, you can ask questions. Look at me, smarty pants. Do I look like a ballerina? Ballerina, not ball, you dumbass. Before the Great War... Oh shit, why am I even talking? You don't get it anyway. I grew up in Broken Hills, but after the uranium was exhausted, the whole place dispersed. Today there are only ruins. I've worked there for many years in the mines. Could have contributed to my transformation. I made a small fortune there. This is a long time ago. Much hasn't remained of my wealth. Life didn't mean well with me. What the bloody hell are you talking about? Who has no keyboard? Chill out, buddy. I'm the one you're looking for. Let's go somewhere quiet. Here are too many eyes. Follow me, follow me.
Okay, listen. Here's the package. Take it. Hey, damn it! These wankers have followed me! Take cover! Thanks for your help. I thought I would have these jerks off. Well, doesn't matter. You get the package. I'm leaving now. Yes, they belong to the Legion. I can't tell you more about it. Sorry, it's nothing personal, buddy. Elliot will have his reasons to leave some things unmentioned. After all, you're still alive and got the package. That's all that matters, right? I'm leaving now. Well, maybe we'll see each other again. You always meet twice. I'm a poor lonesome cowboy. I'm a long, long way from home. This poor lonesome cowboy has got a long, long way to roam. I'm a poor lonesome cowboy. I'm a long, long way from home.
Good day. Awesome. Should we get started? Excellent. When I'm done with the car, it goes off like a rocket. However, the cost, of course, is also a trifle. Have we already talked about the price? I do not believe yet. Let's say 5,000 caps. Well, I'd make it cheaper, but I'm contractually bound to Mickey. Great, let's get started. Awesome. Should we get started? Sure. You take the whole thing apart, you polish every single piece, knock the bumps out, and remove the rest. We do new paint, new pads, new fittings, new rims. This is getting hot. Damn hot. I'm already in love. When do we start? Oh, before I totally forget, many spare parts in the paint and the work. This all is not absolutely free, of course. I would have to take 10,000 caps for it in total. Otherwise, I would rob myself. Shall I list the whole thing again? Quite apart from the working hours, I also have to feed my children. I know, but maybe sometime I can give him the car as a birthday present, because I've worked for free during my whole youth. Do you want to insult me? Do I look so old? Just keep going and I double the price. Okay, forgotten and forgiven. So, let's go. Just the right approach. Let's start. Good day. Bye.
How you doing, friend? So you're ready for a race on the flats? Not so fast. We have to make a bet first. I won't do this for nothing. I'm willing to put 1,000 caps in the pot. What do you say? So you're only playing the big games, right? As you wish. I'm waiting outside for you. Here we are, in the middle of the desert, and my damn car just gave up the ghost. Do you happen to have a tow cable? Looks like it's not my lucky day. I hope we won't cross paths again.
Good day. What can I do for you? Good job. Please, give it to me. I told you it was a delicate matter. Well, fine. I put another 200 caps on top. Will that do it? I can't tell you without concession from Mr. Danton. You have survived and received your reward. I even put something on top. That should be fair enough. Besides, I knew of the attack as little as you did. Otherwise, I would have warned you. No idea how the Legion catched a whiff from the package. Maybe Mr. Danton will induct you now. Talk to him. Well, I think you have proven that you are of benefit to the company. You will find Mr. Danton upstairs in his office. Farewell.
So you're the new one Elliot told me about. I can only say so much, but there was evidence in the suitcase that the Whitelegs were incited by the Legion to burn down New Canaan. Supposedly, it was to try and kill the burned man, who was probably hiding in New Canaan. But there are hints that there's more behind it. Secret Legion operations at the Great Salt Lake, with more complex reasons behind it. Well, for some time now, our caravans have constantly been attacked by raiders. Nothing unusual in itself, these things just happen now and then. Usually, raiders and savages are no problem for us. If there's more of them, we just increase the number of guards for a while. The latest attacks are much different. They're not done by the ordinary junkheads, but by a motorcycle gang called the 80s. They're much better organized and armed. This gang carries out their attacks with motorcycles. They hit fast and disappear even faster. Only corpses remain for the crows. We've had serious losses lately. The 80s have always been a threat, but lately it seems like they know all our routes and schedule and even how many guards will protect the caravans. And previously they were only focused on the goods, but now it seems as if they're mainly attacking the guards and traders just to intimidate them. Like they've targeted the caravans for some deeper purpose. I've built a small caravan which is heading for Arid Creek. Elliot spread the rumor that this caravan transports some expensive goods and is not guarded well. But this caravan's only bait. If everything runs smoothly, we may find some hints who is behind these attacks and for what reasons. We especially need to know if the Legion is involved in any of this. Your job will be to help the caravan guards kill the bandits and find more information. Good. You'll be briefed with more details by old McHenry. He'll lead the caravan. He'll wait for you inside the barracks at the west gate. Farewell.
So, what is hurting us today? She is fine. Nora is a brave and clever girl. Some deep wounds will probably never heal, but she is well enough to go on her way. Are you ready to take Nora with you on your travels? Great. Please take good care of Nora. Be careful out there.
What's up? That sounds exciting. I want to learn to become an adventurer like you. I will be a good companion to you. That's all I have with me. What's up? Don't worry about it. I'll try my best. However, forever is a really, really long time. I'm always open to improvements. What should I change? Why? Do you have a problem with it? Fine with me.
Howdy. You're here in Bowietown, my friend. This is between the large settlements of Wendover and Twin Falls. South of here is Wendover, the largest reloading point for travelers and traders en route to the north and east. There are trains to the NCR or Vegas. Going further from there, you need to charter the rail trucks. Wendover is a gathering place for all kinds of folk, but also for a lot of scum. North of here is Arid Creek and a mountain pass. A sleepy place, but relatively safe. Further north, Twin Falls is the last large settlement off the endless wilderness. The ruins of Boise and Idaho Falls, on the other hand, should be avoided if you want to go further north. East of here lies Mickey's Motors, which is a smaller ghoul community. In the ruins of Salt Lake City, that here in the area is only called Toxicton. On the other hand, you'll find nothing but death and horror. All over the city are strange toxic fumes. Radioactive winds and storms rage there day and night. Strange creatures wander the streets. Those who seem to have risen from the worst nightmares. And there are stories of whispering voices and ghostly sounds that accompany you at every step. The cities are full of ferals. I heard of a few men who came out alive. If these little creepers have once smelled you, you have 100 at the neck. Twin Falls is a very unique place in this area, as a river flows through the town with fresh, pure water. But there are more things that are different than in other places. The people there have no possessions, but the community owns everything. If you buy something from a store, then the caps flow into the cash storage of the community. If you want to become a civilian of the town, you have to give up all you have and donate it to the group. Some people whisper. They follow the philosophy of the ancient enemies of our ancestors. There is a cold conflict rising between the beliefs of Wendover and Twin Falls. Before the Big War, it was a city for gamblers. And even today, there are many soldiers of fortune who want to escape the NCR's bear claw. After Vegas was also occupied by the NCR, and Arizona is completely in the hands of Caesar's Legion, Wendover is the first big town beyond their territories. Some say there is no law at all in Wendover. I don't know if this is true, but you should always watch your back there. Fine by me. If you like to swallow good whiskey with me, why not? Well, then tell me, buddy. The company? Nah, my friend, not directly. I'm with my caravan, a member of the Salt Lake Trading Union, but otherwise I work independent. But I often work with Danton. He gives me many routes, and I know him since a very long time. He's a loyal drinking friend and business partner. Yeah, you're funny. Sure, he can. But the rails to Twin Falls aren't repaired yet. And as I've heard, it's not progressing. They end in Bowietown. How to bring the goods up north. The rail trucks are a good way to get past the Bonneville Flats up to Mickey's Motors, but before and after, they don't help you. Bowie? No, I have nothing to do with him. He owns the bank and half the town, but I keep away from him. The guy likes to trick you. I know someone who have taken a loan with him. Now, they're stuck in debt and are only working for their rates, mostly in a business of Bowie for bad payment. Fine by me. Very good. Elliot has already said that we would get some support. Now listen, we only play the bait to get these raiders out. On the way, a few more men will join us, so we stand a chance. So when you're ready, we can get started. But don't you forget to take enough ammo and stims with you. This won't be a walk in the park. So, ready? Okay, let's kick some raider asses. Okay, it's time. There are these suckers. Damn, these are much more than the last time. They must somehow have been informed of the caravan being just a bait to lure them out. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, well, we have to go through this. Watch your back. Go, boys! Let us kick some raider asses! Howdy! We really kicked their ass as well. As it looks, unfortunately all went on. Did you find any notes or other references that could help us? Then look at the corpses again. I'm sure you'll find any clues if you're looking more carefully. My guards and I will cover you, just in case if more of these scumbags will show up.
That's all I have with me. That's all I have with me.
Well, already found something? Show it to me. Did you notice that these guys had a lot of NCR gear, and even Legion dogs? Combined with this note, it all makes sense. Seems almost as if the Legion equipped these raiders with weapons that they have looted from NCR soldier corpses. Mr. Danton should know this as soon as possible. But first, We have to go to Arid Creek. Maybe they plan a second attack. We have to watch out, and we should get moving quickly. All right then. Guys, let's go on. But be on guard. Well, they did not try again. I'll stay here for a while here in Arid Creek. The boys are further north to Twin Falls. You see that you bring the holotape to Mr. Danton as soon as possible. One of the Ghoul War trucks is here coming from Twin Falls that can bring you back. Talk to him. I'll go first to Fred and give me a whiskey. See ya.
Hello. NA should help me. Please note my skepticism for the records. Whatever it takes. So give it to me already. I will take the entire box at once, just to be safe. Ugh. This stuff kicks ass. I feel like I can root out trees now. You kidding? I've never been so awake for 100 years. Good joke, huh? Looks like the stuff works for me like a stimulant. Such a pity that didn't work. You ain't giving up, huh? I'm waiting here for you. What else should I do?
Hey, how are you? Yeah, you could say that. You did a good job out there. Could use more of your kind in my caravan. I don't know yet. My people will have no problems on the way to Twin Falls. Maybe I'll just stay here until they're back. Here in Arid Creek, you can endure well. A quiet spot on Earth. I'll just be able to get a good whiskey with Maria's Wasteland Chili, and we'll watch the sun sinking behind the mountains. Fare thee well.
Hey, you. I drive the water trucks from Twin Falls to Mickey's Motors. Officially, I belong to the guards at Mickey, but in fact, I'm always on the road. Twin Falls is the only large uncontaminated freshwater reserve throughout the area. That's why I'm pending the whole time between Twin Falls and our outpost. You know, in my old life, I was only a simple doctor, at least until a bomb came down right above our vault and turned us all into ghouls. For a long time, I had only vegetated in front of myself, without seeing any meaning in life. Probably, I would have become a feral at some point. But then I met two remarkable people who have done a lot for our young reborn civilization. With one of them, I traveled through the wasteland for many years. But you have to make a living as something too. After years of wandering, I ended up at Mickey's gang and have stayed since. Oh, I'll do it if really necessary. But ultimately, I was tired of it. People die anyway. It makes little sense to fight against it. One day, I treated a young girl who had the mole rat disease. After 2 weeks, she'd recovered. 2 days later, she fell from a ladder and broke her neck. After that, I gave up the matter. The death of this girl was clearly inevitable. My interference couldn't prevent it, so why the trouble? Yes, that's right. Sure, it's always safer to travel with companions. I was just about to leave. Are you ready? Great. Follow me. My truck is outside town. Looks like we got here without trouble. Nice traveling with you. I'll go over to Cooper's and get a drink. If you get a chance, come by and join me for a round of caravan. See you.
Howdy. So the Legion. No surprise after all, but worrisome. This is bad news, my friend. They even knew the caravan was bait to lure them out. Their insider is extremely well informed. Not many people knew that caravan was bait. Except for you and me, only Elliot, McHenry, and Mickey knew about it. The guards have only been informed by McHenry when they already left town. If you ever pass by Jackie's gun shop, tell him to show you some of the special stuff. Before we can go any further, I have to find out who the mole is. You seem perfectly fitted for this task. As I said before, only Elliot, old McHenry, and Mickey knew the real purpose of the caravan. If you ain't betrayed us, and I'm counting on that, the information must have been passed through one of them. No, not really. The three were always extremely loyal to the company and the Union. It'd do more harm than good for them. Elliot's an investor in the company and has lost a lot of money through the raids himself. McHenry hates the Legion like the plague. I can't imagine he's doing anything with them. And Mickey is a ghoul. Legion and ghouls, that doesn't fit together. I suspect that someone working directly around one of them is the mole. The best thing might be to talk to them first about it. Perhaps one of the three already has a suspicion or further hints that could help us. Elliot's downstairs if you want to talk to him. McHenry stayed in Arid Creek after your trip, and Mickey almost never leaves his house. Farewell.
Good day. What can I do for you? And now I guess you're going to ask everybody who knew something, right? Well, I can't tell you much, only that I for certain haven't betrayed anyone. Well, I don't believe that old McHenry or Mickey are traitors as well. McHenry hates the Legion and would rather go on a death claw with a dull knife before he would make deals with them. Well, and Mickey is a ghoul after all. I think I don't need to tell you what the Legion does with ghouls. Yes, but I have no clue how this was possible. I'm sorry. How dumb do you think I am? The only ones I've talked about the caravan are Mr. Danton and old McHenry. Outside of this house, I did not mention the real purpose of the caravan. On the contrary, we have spread false rumors. Scotty, of course, has spread the story everywhere. Sometimes his old tattletale has some use after all.